Hello, and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming. This is a complete walkthrough for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Back from the Sewers, originally released on the Game Boy, played on the Cowabunga collection. This is even more of a platformer than the last Game Boy game. It has the same moves from the last game. You use your weapon to attack and can crouch and attack. You don't have the shurikens anymore. You can jump, and if you hold the jump button, you jump higher. And you can jump and then attack, and a new addition added, if you press the jump and attack button at the same time, you do a slide attack. You get to choose your turtle at the start of each level, and you effectively have 4 lives. If one of the turtles loses all their health, they will be captured, and you can get them back if you're good enough. But it's really tough, I couldn't do it. Go into the options and set it to easy. The first enemy you will face is the foot soldiers. Most of the times they just walk towards you, and enemies can come from the left side as well. Some foot soldiers will be up high on ladders and will throw bombs at you, and you need to jump attack them to defeat them and avoid the bombs. Some foot soldiers will carry pizza. Slices of pizza will refill a few bars of health, while full pizzas refill most of your bars. In this area, you have to watch out for foot soldiers coming out of the sewer entrances. They will throw the sewer lid at you, and you can hit it to deflect it back and defeat the foot. In this area, watch out for foot soldiers hiding around corners, and when you are close to them, they will slide attack, and it's much easier to just jump over them. They will disappear on the other side. This is the boss of stage 1. Splinter will give you a full pizza of health, and bosses for this game, it's best to whack out their pattern of attack instead of going on an all-out attack. You will lose all your health this way. Only one boss in the game you can do that. Rocksteady is your first boss, and he bursts through the right wall and will fire 3 bullets. Jump over the bullets and stay in the middle. He will then jump over you, and then you can go right up to him, hit him twice, and then jump back, and then avoid the 3 bullets, go to the middle, and he will jump over you. Repeat this until he's defeated. After every stage you get a chance to refill your health needed by collecting pizza. The more pizza you get, the more points and health bars get refilled. The first area of Act 2 is you are on a skateboard and will be fighting foot soldiers on their own skateboards. You still fight the same and you can't fall off. There will be some foot soldiers on flying vehicles and they fire at you and you have to jump attack them. Foot soldiers can also carry guns that fire rockets at you. Also, small flying robots start appearing and they hover for a while and then go down and attack you. Wait until they are low, then back up a bit and then attack them. A vehicle will appear at the end and will drop barrels at you and you have to jump over them. When you come off the skateboard, it's time to face Bebop. When he appears, he will fire his gun. Jump over them and attack him, and then jump away and attack him again, 2 more times. I got another hit in and he managed to kick me. Then he will fire his gun again, and then start jumping up and down until he gets to the other side. Another round of fire, and then do the attacking and jumping away, and repeat until he is defeated. This area in Act 3, after defeating some foot soldiers, you will have to avoid buckets being thrown at you, and Mousers will make their appearances. This elevator sequence, you have to defend yourself against the foot, you have to try to get into position and they walk up to you and will damage you. There is another one of these sequences in the game. In this area of the game, there's 3 levels of floors which you have to navigate through, as 2 of the 3 floors will lead into dead ends, so you'll have to jump up or down to progress. Also, you can hang from the metal girders as well. At the start, there will be a foot up on a girder above that holds some pizzas, and Mousers, from now on, they will never stop coming. You can't just stand still and defeat them, they will keep coming, so always keep moving, and whenever Mousers appear in other areas, it's the same. They are unlimited. The boss of Act 3 is Krang in a mechanical robot that resembles Ed 209 from Robocop. It starts with missiles coming down, and then when he appears he will fire at you. Jump over it and jump attack, and then he will release more missiles, and you can hit him when he does, and then he flies up, and you will go left to right 3 times, and then land. You want to be behind him when he lands, and hit him, and the process will repeat until you defeat him. The first section of Act 4 is to avoid rolling boulders. The first 2 will bounce up in the air and you've got to be in the middle of the bounce. And then the next 2 will roll straight without bouncing, so you have to jump over them. And then the pattern repeats until you start running downhill and it will only be jumping over them. After the boulders, you've got to avoid flames that gives you a few seconds opening to jump over them. This section was hard for me as didn't have much health for Raphael, and you constantly get attacked by Mousers and you got to do some difficult jumps. Lucky the checkpoints are generous in this game, and picking a new turtle starts from this area again. What you have to do is quickly get to the water area and hug the left wall, and when you got an opening, jump into the next tunnel and get to a mini boss. You will face a pizza monster and keep to the left, and when it jumps out, jump kick his face to hurt it. You will get enough pizzas dropped after the mini boss which will fill your health up, so don't worry about losing too much damage in the fight. In this section you have to navigate while lots of Mousers jump in and out of holes. The boss for Act 4 is Shredder, and this is one boss where you just keep attacking if you got lots of health. Shredder will lose more health than you do. Now every time you got a captured turtle, you do have an opportunity to get it back by defeating a mini-boss, and it's tough. Every time you get hit, you lose time, and there's no easy pattern for this boss. I failed the 2 times I attempted. This level has a loop that goes up and down. What that means, if you keep jumping up, you will loop. But going right is not a loop, and it may feel like it does, but as long as you see foot soldiers, you are going the right way. There is 2 foot soldiers with pizzas in this level, and there are small turrets that shoot out multiple projectiles, and always has a foot soldier to the right of it. So you have to wait until the projectiles go up and then do a flying attack to jump over the turret and defeat the foot. You also get attacked by the flying small robots as well, usually from the left side. Another obstacle to look out for is missiles that drop in twos, and you have a small gap to avoid them when it drops to the next section. You will now face Baxter Stockman. Fairly easy boss. He will shoot, jump over them, and then jump attack, and he will fly to the other side and just repeat the process until he's defeated. And then you'll enter a room and have to take out lots of foot soldiers. Then you'll get a pizza and face another boss. You will face Granitor. Avoid his flamethrower and jump kick him in the face, or you can just attack him. When he turns back into a rock, he will start to roll around 3 times. So jump over him, you can't hurt him in his rock form, and then he will pop back up and repeat the process.
Turtle.
The first area of Act 6, you are on a surfboard and you'll have to avoid spiky obstacles in the sewer and constant missiles. This area you have to avoid foot soldiers that are hiding and lasers that get fired. Don't just walk fast to the right or you will jump over the foot and get hit by the lasers. So take it slow when you see the foot, move slower and then jump over it and the lasers will go over your head. Then after the third foot soldier, the lasers will aim where you are, so you will have to jump over them. Then you'll run into some Mauser holes, so you have to defeat or avoid them and still watch out for the lasers. Now you will face another stone warrior called General Trag. As soon as he appears, he will roll twice. Avoid by jumping, and then he fires 3 bullets. You got to jump over the bullets and hit the general, and do it 2 more times, and he turns into a rock again, and repeat the process until he's defeated. Personally, this was one of the hardest areas of the game. Donatello didn't have much health left, so I lost my second turtle. Only 2 turtles left, but this is the final area, and the bosses are not too difficult. What you got to do is go right slowly so you activate the hiding foot soldiers, but not the turret that fires at you, and then once you jumped over the soldier, just head right and you should avoid the fire. After the third turret you will face roadkill Rodneys. These are tough robots that you have to hit twice to defeat. It's easier jumping and avoiding them. After the roadkills you will face more flames and foot with rockets. There is a foot at the end of this section with some pizza. This area you will have constant Mousers coming out of the holes, and you've got to time your jumps up or down. Now you will face Super Shredder. You can attack him quickly and then stay at the top middle, and he spins around. It doesn't do anything to you, and then he will appear again at any spot of the lift, and quickly hit him and repeat until he's defeated. This is another tricky section. You have, like Mousers beforehand, holes that the flying robots come out of, and they will keep on coming out of the hole until you quickly get it out of view. So you have to quickly do that. They come out 3 at a time, and you might have to defeat some and then move on. Then you've got to deal with 2 foot soldiers stacked up ready to attack. When you see them, just stop, defeat them both, and move on. When you come to this section with the open black space in the background, you will receive machine gun fire at the floor. It goes the pattern of forwards and backwards, so as soon as you hear the gunfire and see the white flashing in the background, jump to avoid it. The final boss of the game is Krang in his exosuit. He's a fairly easy final boss. He will stomp the ground, which is when he lands and one of his legs is kneeling, jump to avoid getting stunned and stay on the left side. Krang cannot touch you on the very left, so keep jump kicking him and staying on the left.
Cowabunga!
If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs of classic games. The channel also has achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.